following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Kicks and finds Johnson for two.
Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome. We're live here at Park Rapids High School, home of the Panthers. They have their home opener tonight in the MSHSL 2022 volleyball seasons. They'll be taking on the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Panthers come into their home opener with an overall record of 1-1, with both those games being played on the road. And the Bemidji Lumberjackets out of the 8-4A section come in. They've only played one game, and they're 0-1 coming into this contest as they would drop a 5-set thriller to Alexandria back on Thursday, August 25th, falling 3-2 in that one. I was not able to get set-by-set scores on that one. So the Bemidji Lumberjacks 0-1. With that loss to Alexandria back on Thursday, August 25th, the Park Rapids Panthers they actually would fall 3-1 to Nevis back on Thursday, August 25th. And then they would open up the 8AA portion of their schedule with a 3-1 victory over the Roseau Rams on Tuesday, August 30th. That brings them into tonight's matchup against Bemidji. A lot of seniors on this team for Park Rapids, and a nice mixture of sophomores and seniors for Bemidji. We'll dig deeper into that after we take a break and come back and thank a few of our sponsors. We'll be right back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby?
Wally Wibbly.
Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wababy?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good.
It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
The domestic dog, a relative of the wild wolf, now a gentle, loyal member of your family. And through the good times and the more challenging, we love them no matter what. That's why we feed them the best. Nutrisource is the kind of clean, premium food you'd feed a loyal pet who would follow you to the ends of the earth, even when you don't want them to. Don't just feed your pet, nourish their whole body. Nutrisource, where pet health begins.
All right, welcome back from the break here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Mike Mason hanging out with you here from Park Rapids High School. Got Janice on the camera tonight. I want to thank the Bemidji radio guy for helping me out with some name pronunciations, and one of the players from Park Rapids helping me out with some name pronunciations for the Panthers. So that's always one of my favorite parts of the broadcast before we even go on the air, and just making sure that I know how to say the names correctly. So everyone who pitches in their couple minutes to help me out with that, I certainly appreciate that. Park Rapids Panthers 1-1. Ellie, let me look at my pronunciations once again. Rialoma. Ellie Rialoma, the head coach, alongside Caitlin. Let me look at my pronunciations one more time. Conageeser. And Cody Wolf. That's one that was a little bit easier. Are Ellie's two assistants for the Park Rapids Panthers. Once again, They come into the contest 1-1 out of the 8AA North Division, part of the Mid-State Conference. They're 1-1 overall, 1-0 in section play, and both their games on the road, 1-1. It's their home opener tonight. They'd fall 3-1 to Nevis to start the season August 25th, and a 3-1 win over Roseau in 8AA section play on August 30th to come into their home opener with a record of 1-1. Last season, the Panthers finished 3-18 overall. They did not pick up any victories in section play, but they were 3-2 in the Mid-State Conference with a Mid-State Conference record. 2-6 when playing on the road, and they were 1-8 at home. Their 3 wins last year were a 3-0. Were all on Thursday nights. Thursday night was a good night for the Park Rapids area Panthers last season. That's where they got all their wins at. Thursday, September 9th, a 3-0 win over Crosby Ironton. That's a game we'll have here in about a little, just shy of 2 weeks from now here on Magnitude Sports, as the Panthers will host Crosby Ironton coming up sooner than later here. And then Thursday, September 16th, they would pick up a 5-set win on the road over the Detroit Lake Lakers. And then that Crosby Ironton game was also on the road last year. And then they would come home on Thursday, October 7th, and pick up a 5-set 3-2 win over the Attican Turkeys. And then they would end their regular season with a 3-0 sweep loss on the road down in Barnesville against the Trojans on Tuesday, October 19th. They would enter the play-in round of the Section 8AA tournament on Wednesday, October 27th, and fall 3-1 to the Roseau Rams, a team that they have just now beat 3-1 here on Tuesday night. For the Bemidji Lumberjackets out of the 8-4 AA conference, they're 0-1 overall, 0-1 in conference play. Last season, they were an even 500, 14-14. 3-5 in section play, 3-5 on the road. They were 6-6 when playing on a neutral facility, 5-3 when they were back home in Bemidji. QRF ranking last year was 109. That would rank them 39 of 62 in Class 8-4A and 124 of 406 in the state, while the Park Rapids Panthers, their QRF rating was 56.1. Class ranking was 98 of 125. And their state ranking was 309 of 406. So that's a little bit of a preview of what these two teams did last year and what they've put in so far this year. Once again, a nice mix of sophomores, juniors, and seniors here for the Bemidji Lumberjackets. And for the Park Rapids Panthers, a lot of returning players from last year and a lot of players who had some junior varsity experience bumped up this year. There's only one sophomore on the Park Rapids area Panthers varsity roster, while they have a majority of seniors and about a trio, make that 4 juniors on the roster. So got a lot of senior leadership here on the Park Rapids area Panthers team, and it certainly outnumbers the senior leadership that the Lumberjacks have, but that doesn't mean that their leadership isn't as strong over on the other side of the net. I want to thank some of our sponsors today, including Stein Seeds, Park Rapids High School, Perham Lakeside, the Ruger Family Dentistry, and KLN Family Brands, bringing in your scoreboard tonight here on the Magnitude Sports Network. We're inside 10 minutes away from the opening serve, as Bemidji will come off the court with their warm-ups. Park Rapids will go onto the court, start their warm-ups. We'll take a timeout, come back, and bring you more of your pregame show here in just a moment on the Magnitude Sports Network. Be right back.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Dentistry. Perham is now hiring. Purpose-driven team at Reuter Family Dentistry strives for the core values of excellence, commitment, and a positive culture.
I love hearing patients tell us that, I've never had a dental experience like that. Your team and the doctors were absolutely outstanding. When they say that they're going to tell their family about us, that's really the ultimate compliment.
The domestic dog, a relative of the wild wolf, now a gentle, loyal member of your family. And through the good times and the more challenging, we love them no matter what. That's why we feed them the best. Nutrisource is the kind of clean, premium food you'd feed a loyal pet who would follow you to the ends of the earth, even when you don't want them to. Don't just feed your pet, nourish their whole body. Nutrisource, where pet health begins.
All right, welcome back to Park Rapids Area High School here in Park Rapids, Minnesota. Live on the Magnitude Sports Network. Mike Mason alongside Janice helping us out on camera. A couple of other games on Magnitude tonight include the Perham Yellow Jackets taking on the Detroit Lake Lakers. And then also the DGF Rebels hosting Wadena Deer Creek tonight on Magnitude Sports. I believe the the Perham and the Perham Detroit Lakes game is live right now on their pregame show, just like we are. The DGF Wadena game has not started their broadcast yet, but as I check my messages here, it looks like they'll be starting soon as that JV game's going a little bit long. Of course, on the C-team game here today, their first set took 30 points to decide a winner in that one. The Panthers C-team won. The Bemidji junior varsity team won 2-0. I think it was 2-0 in the C game, but I didn't pay attention when I was setting up the equipment. So all I know for sure is that Bemidji won 2-0 and that Park Ramparts won in the C-team game either 2-0 or 2-1. I can't say for sure what the final was in that C-team game. Taking a look at our upcoming schedule here on Magnitude Sports. As I mentioned there, you got Perham and Detroit Lakes live tonight, and Dilworth, Glen, and Felton and Wadena Deer Creek. Thursday we'll actually have a trio of volleyball games for you. Perham and Frazee, DGF, and Pelican Rapids, and then we will know tomorrow morning if we'll have Park Rapids and Detroit Lakes live on Magnitude Sports. I'm leaning towards yes. But there's just one more thing to iron out before I can officially put that on the schedule. But I would say it's safe to circle it, and that will be here for it. So make sure you tell your friends. And then a football triple header for you on Friday. Perham and Thief River Falls. On the North Dakota side, the undefeated Kindred Vikings will host the winless Oak Grove Grovers. 3-0 for the Kindred Vikings, the defending state 11B champions, taking on the 0-3 Oak Grove Grovers. And then also the Dilworth Glendon Fountain Rebels, who had a nice win against Thief River Falls last Thursday night, will host the Pequot Lakes Patriots. That game will be live. I'll have the play-by-play on that one for you. And then we'll have some more youth football on Sunday, September 11th. And then back to volleyball next week, Tuesday and Thursday. Barnesville versus Wadena Deer Creek, Perham versus Hawley, Barnesville versus Perham on Thursday, September 15th. That will be a fun one. And then more football for you on Friday, the following Friday. Perham and DGF, and then Park Rapids fans circle Friday, September 16th, as we'll have your game against the East Grand Forks Green Wave live here on the Magnitude Sports Network. You can dig deeper to September 20th and beyond. We have it all the way through the winter sports season, all the way through March. We'll be adding some more games in the winter, but the fall is complete, and a good chunk of the winter is complete as well. So you can dig deeper if you go to our website, magnitudesn.com, and click on the schedule button. And then down at the bottom of that schedule button, you can click on the little tab that says Final Scores, and you'll come to this screen here. And you can, if you missed a game, you can go back and find out what the final score was on every single one of our broadcasts. We have over 2,000 of them. The ones without the scores on your screen there, the ones are the games that are being played tonight. So those will be posted as soon as, or maybe not as soon, but shortly after the games go final. You can also check us out online on our website at magnitudesn.com, which I've mentioned on a couple of occasions now. At Magnitude Sports for YouTube and Instagram, and Magnitude SN for Twitter and Facebook. We're about 3.5 minutes away from the opening lineups, national anthem, all that good stuff. That's all just ahead And we'll have all the action for you coming up here in a couple more minutes here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Be right back.
Sweet chaos. Delightfully disruptive.
The domestic dog, a relative of the wild wolf, now a gentle, loyal member of your family. And through the good times and the more challenging, we love them no matter what. That's why we feed them the best. Nutrisource is the kind of clean, premium food you'd feed a loyal pet who would follow you to the ends of the earth, even when you don't want them to. Don't just feed your pet, nourish their whole body. Nutrisource, where pet health begins.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby?
Wally Wibbly.
Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wababy?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good.
It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
All right, welcome back. Final segment of our pregame show here as the teams get ready to finish their warm-ups. Total of 7 seniors for the Park Rapids area Panthers, including Hallie Kerr, who will be wearing jersey number 1. Erica Celine wearing jersey number 3. Riley Pike wearing jersey number 4. And Tori Hansen wearing jersey number 6. Natalie Valoria wearing number 7. Chloe Tretbar wearing number 8. Allison Scholes wearing number 11. And that wraps up your seniors. The other roster players, the juniors, are number 5, Abby Feltz. Number 10, Kaysen Gertz. Number 13, Macy Lund. And number 14, let me look at my pronunciation. It's Kylie Persons. And then the pair of sophomores on the team include number 15, Haley Ishans, and number 12, Anna Yelanimi.
Tonight's volleyball matchup features the Bemidji Lumberjacks.
Total of 4 seniors for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. You'll find them wearing number 2, Addie Portratz. Number 6, Jessa Stay. Number 11, Elizabeth Bolte. And those are your seniors. We're going to break now one more time for the national anthem. We'll be back in just a moment.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Sweet chaos. Delightfully disruptive.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby?
Wally Wibbly.
Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wababy?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good.
It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
All All right, welcome back. They're going to introduce the non-starters here for Bemidji right now. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer.
Just a stab. Number 7, Sage Jovic. Number 8, Livia Ritchie. Number 14, Victoria Barr. And now the starters for the Lumberjacks. Number 2, senior, Adeline Protrex. Number 4, sophomore, Molly Rupp. Number 5, junior, Brooklyn Sager. Number 10, senior, Elizabeth Oster. Number 11, senior, Elizabeth Bolte. Number 12, sophomore, Jordan Pemberton. And number 15, sophomore, Margie Anderson. Head coach of the Jacks is Alicia Kranz, assisted by Caitlin Cheney and Kristen Weinman. Now the non-starters for the Panthers. Number 1, Haley Kerr. Number 6, Tori Hansen. Number 7, Natalie Valoria. Number 10, Kason Gertz. Number 11, Allison Scholl. Number 13, Macy Lund. And number 14, Kylie Parsons. And now the starters for your Panthers. Number 3, senior, Erica Sellen. Number 4, senior, Riley Pike. Number 2, junior, Abby Phelps. Number 8, senior, Chloe Tretbar. Number 12, sophomore, Anna Yulanimi. And number 5, sophomore, Ellie Eichens. Head coach of the Panthers is Ellie Rielama. Assisted by Caitlin Kanegeiser and Cody Wolf.
Welcome back. Starting lineups, you heard them from our PA announcer, and we're ready to roll here. The Panthers not going with the libero. Addie Potratz will be the libero here for the Lumberjacks. And she'll sub in here momentarily, or at least it appears that she's going to be officially sent in onto the court here sooner than later. I don't know if they have a libero. I don't have official positions for either of the teams, actually. So we'll have to eyeball it as they come onto the court, but we can make a pretty good guess at who's playing what. And we'll turn down the mic until the AC/DC song is off, because we'll get blocked worldwide if that song continues. We're under the impression that Park Rapids will have the opening serve, and they will not. We'll actually switch the serve over to the Bemidji Lumberjackets. And so they'll get the first serve here on the KLN Family Brand scoreboard. Jordan Pemberton on the serve. And we are underway here at Park Rapids. That one hits the tape, and it's a point for the Panthers. As they'll go out of bounds, it'll be an opening service error here for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Well, Park Rapids serve is over, and on the attack there is Molly Rupp. Molly Rupp will get the kill, and it's 1-1. So serve will go back over to the Lumberjacks. That serve is over, and it's dug out there. The set by Riley Pike, and now it's sent over. Snuffed out there by Potratz, the libero. Now going on the attack, it's Rupp again, and it's tipped out of bounds. She'll get back-to-back kills, and it gives the Lumberjacks a 2-1 lead. believe that's Elizabeth Bolte serving. Tried to send it over with 2 hands as Riley Pike, but it'll go into the net as an attacking error, and it'll be 3-1 now here in favor of the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Whether you're tuning in and cheering on the Jacks, or if you're tuning in cheering on the Panthers, we certainly appreciate you tuning in. They'll set it up for a far side attack. It's sent over, kept alive there by Potratz. Running after it was Rupp. Now Potratz sends it back over. It'll be locked up on the far side, and it's over the back line, and it's another point for the Lumberjackets, and it's 4-1. Did I say Lumberjackets? That's not what I meant to say. I meant to take off the final few letters of that. 4-1. Sorry about that. Diving for it, and a nice effort, but it'll fall for a point for the Panthers. Serving is Gilanini. Blocked at the net. Nice job. Lumberjacks keep it alive. Send it back over. That was a set. Middle of the net attack is over the back line, and it's 2-5. Oh, they're saying it's tipped. It's 4-3. Gilanini will continue on the serve. First contact made by Rupp. Set it up for a back in front of the back line attack. Now it'll be sent over there by, that is number 2 or 3? Number 2. I don't have a number 2 on my roster for Park Rapids. Might be Sellen, but I'm not sure on that. I thought it was number 3, or Celine, I meant to say. And that one's tipped and it'll fall, and we're knotted up at, or no, we're not. They got another point over here, and now it's 5-4. Serve back to Gilanini. Set up near side attack there for Oster. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Park Rapids. They'll be set there by Pike. Pushed over. And tried to get it over in 2 hands, but Brooklyn Sager, sends it into the net. And that ties us up at 5 apiece here on the KLN Family Brand scoreboard. And now the Lumberjacks take the lead again, 6-5. Back to serve is the sophomore Molly Rupp. Has a pair of kills so far in this contest. And her team leads by 1. That serve is over. First contact made there by Gilanini. Pushed back over, and did it land on the line? No, it did not. It was just out of bounds. And that's 7-5 in favor of Bemidji. That's the 4th out of bounds play for Park Rapids. Bemidji only has 1 so far. And that one hit double touch. It's a touch violation on the Panthers. That makes it 8-5. That serve just barely made it over the net. It was an excellent serve. Now they'll set it up near side here for Pemberton, and that is going to go under the books as a point for the Panthers. 2-point game now, 8-6 in favor of Bemidji. Going back to serve here is Erica Celine. Celine's serve is over. Second touch there for Rupp, and now a 10-foot line attack is into the net on the swing there by Bolte. And that pulls the Panthers within a point at 7-8. Once again, the Panthers 1-1 on the year. Bemidji 0-1 as they'd lose a 5-setter to Alexandria to open up the season. Getting the kill there, I believe that was Samantha Nissler. Nine to 7 now in favor of Bemidji. Back to serve is a little barrel, Portrats. She's a senior. Adeline for short, she goes by Addie is what I was told. And the Lumberjacks are the first one to break into double digits. They lead 10 to 7. Addie Portrats with the serve, hits the tape as it comes over. And now they'll set it up. They'll come over, and that'll be a point and a kill for Riley Pike. Ten to 8. Now it's sent over by Rupp, and a nice diving attempt there by Pike, and was it touchdown? It was. That'll go into the books as a block for Bolton, and it's 11 to 8 in favor of Bemidji. First block for either side in this contest. Serve is over. They'll set it up for the middle in an attack, and that one's gonna follow the floor. The kill will go to Riley Pike. And that's 9 to 11 as the Panthers get the serve back, and serve is over. Portrats makes first contact. Now they'll set it up for a 10-foot line attack that comes over. Punched and stays alive by Pike, and then it was sent over and down by Yelanimi. Yelanimi will get the kill, and it's now 10 to 11. And Yelanimi will go back on the serve. She's just a sophomore. And it's a rotation violation on Bemidji. That'll make it 11-11 and tie us up here. Tied at 1, 5, and 11. A block at the net, and did it stay down? It's going to be a net violation on Park Rapids. And that will give the lead back to Bemidji. Every time this game has been tied, it's been Bemidji who scored next so far. 3 ties and 3 lead changes, all to Bemidji. Sent over, too far, out of bounds. That's their second out of bounds play. The point goes back to Park Rapids. And we're tied at 12. It's our 4th tie of the set. Once again, 1, 5, 11, and 12 as the serve comes over. Now they'll back set it to the far pin. Sent over and out of bounds, and for the first time outside of 1-0, the Panthers retake the lead. (14-12) our score on the KLN Family Brand scoreboard. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back here in just a moment on Magnitude Sports.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby?
Wally Wibbly.
Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wababy?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good.
It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
All right, we're in the middle of set 1 here, and the Park Rapids area Panthers have a 2-point advantage at the moment. 14-12 over the Bemidji Lumberjacks. It's an 8AA versus an 8-4A contest. The Panthers out of 8AA North in the Midwest in the Mid-State Conference, and the Bemidji Lumberjacks out of 8-4A. As we have a short delay in the action. And now it looks like we're ready to go. So they will allow the serve. Riley Pike will go on the serve. No aces yet in this contest. Nearly got one there. Going on the attack is Rupp. And Rupp puts it down for a third kill. 14-13 now as the Lumberjacks get the serve and are within a point. Serving it is Elizabeth Bolte. She has a block in this contest so far. Pike will punch it over on the second touch, and now they'll set up for middle in the attack there for Oster. Sent right back over, dug out there by Portrats, but not able to control it, and the kill will go to Natalia Valoria. 15-13 now. Yelanimi will go back on the serve. We have another short delay in the action here as the officials talking right now to one of the Bemidji coaches. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, including Stein Seeds, Park Rapids Booster Club, Park Rapids High School, Perham Lakeside, Reuter Family Dentistry, and KLN Family Brands. Reuter Family Dentistry with locations in Perham and Wadena. A little bit closer to Park Rapids than Fargo is, and they offer some of the same dentist services that you would likely have to travel along a couple hours for. But instead, you can get it right done in Perham. You can call them or visit their website at reuterfamilydentistry.com for more information and find out more of the services that they provide as we continue to go in the delay here as they start the music. Once again, you can find us online on our website at magnitudesn.com, youtube.com/magnitudesports, Instagram, search for Magnitude Sports there and follow us if you would. And then also on Twitter, you got Magnitude SN and Magnitude SN on Facebook as well. So Facebook.com/MagnitudeSN, Twitter.com/MagnitudeSN, Instagram.com/MagnitudeSports, YouTube.com/MagnitudeSports, and then our website is MagnitudeSN.com. On the website, you can get all the latest stories from sports coverage around North Dakota, Minnesota, and get a look at some of our featured games. Matter of fact, all of our featured broadcasts are live on the homepage of our website, in addition to our YouTube channel. And then also, you can take a look at the final scores. You can take a look at one of the interesting sections that we have is a record holders page, and that digs all the way back to 2017. It covers, I believe, 9 different sports and all the categories within those 9 sports. You can browse that and see who has the most in each category in each sport. And we don't discriminate against North Dakota or Minnesota. If a Minnesota team player is beating a North Dakota player, they hold the record. We don't. It's too much work to keep track for 2, so we just keep track of both of them on the same stat page, if that makes sense. So. Taking a look at our upcoming schedule. Other games on Magnitude tonight. Perham and Detroit Lakes. DF Rebels are right now in progress with Wadena Deer Creek. Both of those games are live on Magnitude Sports alongside this one here between Park Rapids and Bemidji. Park Rapids fans will have there's a 97% chance we'll have your game against Detroit Lakes on Thursday. We have those 2 games that you see on the schedule for sure. And there's a very good chance that we'll have Park Rapids and Detroit Lakes on our schedule on Thursday as well. I'll know either later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. So you can check our website at magnitudesn.com to get your final answer at worst case scenario by 12 noon tomorrow. So, and then Friday, September 9th, we have a triple header of football as they are still in a break here in the gym. We'll bring it back as soon as they are ready to go. Right now it's 15-13 in favor of Park Rapids over Bemidji. Some youth football is coming Sunday. And then Barnesville, Wadena, Deer Creek, Perham, and Hawley for volleyball action on Tuesday next week. Barnesville, Perham will be Thursday next week. And then Park Rapids fans will have your football game against East Grand Forks on Friday, September 16th. And then Perham and DGF will be playing it at 10 Midover Field in Perham. And that should be a good contest, too. A couple of great teams there. That could be a battle to the end. No doubt about it. But then again, the Park Rapids East Grand Forks game could be a battle to the end as well. Don't let those win-loss records of both Park Rapids and East Grand Forks fool you. They got two good squads there, and that one could come down to the wire. So it should be a good football Friday night on Friday, September 16th. We should have a couple of good games this coming Friday, September 9th as well. They are still, looks like we're going to get ready to come back to action here now. So let's go ahead and bring you back. Once again, 15-13 is the score in favor of the Park Rapids area Panthers. The Panthers will have the serve when we return to action here, but the Bemidji coach had a very long conversation with the official on that far side of the net there, close to the scorer's table. I think may have been double checking the rotation that she has with the rotation that they have at the scorer's table. They have suffered one rotation violation, and maybe that's what prompted the discussion. So now we return to action. Feels like it's the second half of a basketball game now. I think that might be the longest break and mid-set break that we've ever had here on Magnitude Sports in a volleyball broadcast. That point goes to Park Rapids. It's now 16-13. They'll set it up. Rupp gets the kill. That's her fourth kill. She has as many kills as her jersey number, and it's 16-14. The Lumberjacks will get the serve back. Going on the serve is, let's see if I can catch the jersey number on that one. It was Samantha Nissler. That's another point here for Bemidji. So Nissler will serve it up again. And the Lumberjacks have a chance to tie, and they do it on an ace serve. Fifth tie of the set. Last one was at 12-12. That one's out of bounds. And the lead goes back to Park Rapids. Serve is over. And now they'll set it up for a near side attack by Oster, and it's down for a kill. Elizabeth Oster, the senior, gets her first kill of the match. We're knotted up at 17. That's the sixth tie of the set. Tied at 1, 5, 11, 12, 16, and 17. Jump serve is over. Pike will bump set it, and now a free ball here for the Lumberjacks. Far side attack. Going on the attack was Oster, but it's dug out, kept alive by the Panthers. Now sent back to Bemidji. Back set up for Oster, middle of the net attack. Nice diving dig there by Yelanimi, and now it's sent into the net. It's an attacking error, and the lead goes back to Bemidji at 18-17. Our score in favor of Bemidji. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Sweet chaos. Delightfully disruptive.
All right, welcome back. 18-17 our score in favor of the Bemidji Lumberjacks. They'll have the serve coming out of the timeout. Jump serve from Rupp is over, and it's an ace. They got an ace to tie it up at 16. Now they get an ace to give themselves a 2-point advantage at 19-17. That one stuffed at the net. There we go. Now our score is correct. 19-17. Did that one fall down? It did. The backside judge said it was in bounds. It's going to be a point for Bemidji, and they're up by 3. 20-17. I didn't see who got the kill. Jump serve is over from Rupp, and it's an ace serve for Rupp. It's their second ace of the set, and it's 17-21 now, and now another timeout. So we'll take another timeout as well. We're back in a moment.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby?
Wally Wibbly.
Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wobbaby?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good.
It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
Sweet chaos. Delightfully disruptive.
Four-point advantage for Bemidji here, 21-17. Molly Rupp, a couple of aces on this go-around at serve, and she's still at the service line. Last one came to make the score, 21-17. No ace this time. Pike on the second touch, sends it over to Tretbar, sends it over, and Bemidji will keep it alive. They have to get it over. It's a free ball for the Panthers. Pike will set it up, back set near side, and it's nicely dug out in front of the back line there. And now the attack goes into the net, and the point goes to the Panthers. (18-21) now in favor of the Lumberjacks. This is Celine sending it over. That one hit the ceiling, and now it's sent over there by Pemberton. And the Panthers get the point as it goes out of bounds. 21-19 our score. And that one's out of bounds, and now it's 19-22 on the out of bounds serve. Hootrat's serve is over, and it is going to be an ace. Another ace for the Lumberjacks, and they have been the start of the first set wasn't quite as hot as the end of the first set here for Bemidji. They are really picking up the pace here right now. That point will go back to the Panthers. (23-20). And that'll be a net violation on the Panthers. It's their second net violation of the set. And it's now set point here for the Lumberjacks. Pike will set it up, and it's sent over there by, I don't know who number 2 is. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Well, that one's out of bounds, and it's a point for that one's over and down, and they'll win it. 25-21 your final in set number 1. It was a good one. We'll see what set number 2 has to bring us when we return from the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Rooter Family Dentistry, with locations in Purim and Wadena, is now hiring. Purpose-driven team at Rooter Family Dentistry strives for the core values of excellence, commitment, and a positive culture.
I love hearing patients tell us that, I've never had a dental experience like that. Your team and the doctors were absolutely outstanding. When they say that they're going to tell their family about us, that's really the ultimate compliment.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby?
Wally Wibbly.
Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wobbaby?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good.
It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
Sweet chaos. Delightfully disruptive.
All right, one set down and at least 2 to go, maybe more. We'll see what happens here in set number 2. All right, and we're underway here in set number 2. Bemidji leading the match 1-0. That one blocked at the net there on the attack by Molly Rupp. And that one is tipped, and the first point of set 2 goes to Bemidji, and it's 1-0, 1-0. Going back to serve here is Bolte. Standing serve from the middle of the service line is over. Now the attack blocked at the net, and it'll fall down on the block. Molly Rupp assisted by Oster, or maybe vice versa. Either way, they both get credit for a block and an assist. And it's 2-0. Serve is over. They'll set up for a far side attack. That one's, they're calling a net violation on Bemidji is what that was. The back judge called it out of bounds, and it wasn't. But the net violation saved them from that, and they get the point anyway. And now it's tied up at 2. And apparently the points are going to the wrong side. My apologies. Let's get that fixed. There we go. 2-2 is our score. Middle net attack is blocked at the net, and it's the same duel as last time, Rupp and Ulster. And they take the lead at 3-2. Going back to serve this time is Nissler. And a double touch. Second touch violation on the Panthers, and it allows Bemidji to double up here in Park Rapids, 4-2. Nissler on the serve still here for Bemidji. Her standing serve from the middle of the service line is over. Pike will set it up, and almost a miscommunication there, but a free ball back over to Bemidji. Now far side attack, just out of bounds. And that's a point for the Panthers. That'll be sent over by Ilanimi. And that'll be a kill for Molly Rupp. Or Elizabeth Oster, excuse me. And it's 5-3 now, as Bemidji will get the serve back. Molly Rupp, who got the kill, will be the server now here for the Lumberjacks. Pike will set it up, middle of the net attack, and that is Abby Phelps. Normally wears number 5, but tonight is wearing number 2. And I want to thank one of the Park Rapids parents for helping me out. That one just over the line. And a point here for Bemidji, and that's 6-3. And that'll be a point for Panthers as she reached over that. I believe it's number, I can't see the jersey number on that one. Sent back over, tipped as it goes over. The kill will go to Jordan Pemberton. And it's 7-3. Our scoreboard is right now. I apologize for that. That service into the net. Service error number 2 for the Lumberjacket. I have it written down right in front of me to prevent that from happening. I've done too many Purim games, so I apologize. Okay, so the scoreboard in the gym now shows 6-6. So we'll go ahead and give them 6 more points, or 3 more points. I'm not sure how that got off, unless they had it wrong earlier. Waiting for my camera person to come back so I can focus on one last thing. 7-6 is our score. High ball, Pepitron. Now they'll set it up for the middle net attack, and it's down to the floor. Elizabeth Bolte with the kill, and it's 8-6. Going back to serve now is Margie Anderson, a sophomore. That one is sent over there by... That'll be a point that was sent over by Riley Pike. Now Abby Feltz back to serve. And that serve was it in bounds? No, it was not. It was out of bounds, and it's a point for Bemidji. Jump serve is over. Back set, that's going to be a touch violation. Double touch. 3 touch violations for the Panthers, none for the Lumberjacks up to this point. Back to serve is Pemberton. Jump serve is over. It'll be set up near side. Pike couldn't get it over, and that'll be a point for Bemidji. It's 11-7 now. And a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We're back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby?
Wally Wibbly.
Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wababy?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good.
It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
All right, welcome back. 11-7 in favor of Bemidji. Our camera person's back now, so it'll be a little bit easier for me to pay attention. Serve is over. Down for an ace. Jordan Pemberton with the ace. That's 12-7. Pemberton will try again. Jump serve over. And it'll be set up. Near side attack. Pike, it's tipped as it goes out of bounds. And it is a point for the Panthers. 12-8. That will be an ace serve. Riley Pike delivers the first ace of the night for the Park Rapids Panthers. And she will deliver the second ace of the night for the Park Rapids Panthers. Back-to-back aces makes it 12-10. And that is 3 aces in a row. And can Pike serve her team to a tie? I don't think I've ever seen anyone deliver 4 aces in a row. And it looks like 3 will be the max today, or at least for the moment. Blocked at the net, kept alive. Nicely done there by the Panthers. Pike will send it over. Diving forward for it was Potratz. And now sending it over hard, and for the kill is Molly Rupp. That's her 5th kill of the night. And after 3 consecutive aces by Riley Pike, the serve goes back to the Lumberjacks on the kill by Molly Rupp. Standing serve is over. Pike will set it up. Far side attack is over. And that one will not go over, and the kill will go to Ulanimi. And the Panthers are back within a digit. It's 13-12. And back to serve is the sophomore, Ulanimi. Ulanimi will pound that one over and just over. Couldn't quite tuck it into the back corner is what she was trying to do, but it was just a little bit too much on that one. And the point will go back to Bemidji. 14-12, 2-point advantage. Going back to serve is Nissler. 14-12, Nissler serve into the net, and that is service error number 3 for the Lumberjackets, and it's back to a point deficit here as the Panthers will get the serve back. On the serve is Trepbar. Back set in front of the 10-foot line. The kill is down for Molly Rupp. (15-13) now in favor of Bemidji. And it'll be Molly Rupp going back on the serve. They have to get it over, and it's out of bounds. It was a nice effort, but just over and over the line, and another point here for Bemidji as they take a 3-point advantage now. Molly Rupp, last time she was at the service line, served up 2 aces. On 7 points. Matter of fact, her let's see here. They were down 16-13 when Molly Rupp went up to serve. They scored 13, 14, and 15. The ace came to tie it at 16-16. They tied again at 17. Bemidji took the lead at 18-17 in that first half, and she'd serve up another ace to eventually make the score 21-17 en route to a 25-21 set 1 victory. Only one tie in this set, and it came at 2-2. And that will be a net violation on Bemidji. And now are they going to reverse that point? Yeah, it's an okay, so it's a net violation on Park Rapids. So that'll make the score 18-14. Potratz serving. 10-foot line, push back over. Potratz make first contact. Now they'll set it up. Blocked at the net and kept alive. Nice play there by Nissler to keep that one alive. And it'll result in a point as the kill will go to Pemberton. And that's 18-14 in favor of Bemidji. And if it wasn't for Nissler, that point would not have happened for Bemidji. 19-14. Serve is over. Set it up, punched it back over. And now a 10-foot line attack goes into the net. It'll be an attack error. Attack error number 4. Gives the serve back to Park Rapids. And it's 18-15. I'm sorry, 19-15. Now it's 20-15. Going back on the serve here is Margie Anderson. Anderson's serve is over. They'll set it up for Pike, pushes it over. Kept alive there by the Lumberjacks. Near side attack is over the net and down. Hits the tape. That's Jordan Pembertron with the kill. 21-15. That serve is over. It'll be set up there on the far side, sent way out of bounds, and that'll make it 22-15. Now it's 23-15. Anderson still on the serve here for the Lumberjacks. That one lofts over. Pike makes first contact, and that'll be a touch violation to make it set point. That is the fourth touch violation of the match here for Park Rapids. And it's set point. She'll loft that serve over. And the Panthers will try and stay in this for the win. No, it's dug out. Now they'll go on the attack, push it over. Potratz on the second touch, pushed over, a free ball here for the Panthers. And from the near side was Pike with the attack, got blocked at the net. Another chance here for the Panthers. They'll soar it out of bounds, and that'll do it for set number 2. Bemidji takes a 2-0 lead with a 25-15 victory here in set number 2. We'll see if the Panthers can force a set 4 in set 3 when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Do something with your hair?
All right, we are about a minute away from getting set 3 underway here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Taking a look at some other games here on Magnitude Sports and around the area tonight. We'll see if we can get you some score updates. Right now, Detroit leads 7-2 in set 3, and they lead the match 2-0 over the Perham Yellow Jackets. That one being played at the Hive in Perham. And then one other game here on Magnitude Sports is the DGF Rebels and the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines. And looks like they might be having an issue with the scoreboard there. It's 4-2 in set 3, but I don't know who's leading in these sets. So we will try and get an update on that here momentarily.
Cindy Mull, Ariana Rachowski, Kendra Scholes, Ava Kimball, and Lily Dykoff.
All right, we're ready to go. And that one will land for a point for Park Rapids. Or I'm sorry, for Bemidji, my apologies. So set 3, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Lumberjacks. As that serve is up and over. Pike goes on the attack, and that one lands on the line, inbounds, and it's a point for Riley Pike and the Panthers. She has 5 kills and 4 aces. She got 4 aces on 5 serves back in set 2. Our score here on the K&N Family Brands scoreboard. Off the dig out there by Abby Feltz, it hit the ceiling and came down, and as a result, they couldn't control it, and the point will go back to Bemidji to give them a 2-1 lead. Only 1 tie and 1 lead change back in set 2, compared to 6 ties in set 1. The only time it was tied in set 2 was at the score of 2-2. And now it is a 3-1 lead here for the Lumberjacks. Pike will set it up, pushed over. And now they'll set it up here for Rupp. And Rupp gets another kill. I have her down for 7 kills, 2 aces, and a pair of blocks. One of the blocks solo, one of the blocks on an assist. And she has really made her presence known here for the Lumberjacks tonight. 4-1 on the K&N Family Brand scoreboard. Far side attack. That attack goes into the net on the swing by Trepbar. And it's 5-1 now here in favor of the Lumberjacks. And we have a timeout on the floor. That happened quick. I didn't even notice it. Let's turn down that. We'll keep it here. Once again, thank our sponsors, including Stein Seeds, K&N Family Brands, Reuter Family Dentistry, Perham Lakeside, and Park Rapids High School. Let's take another look at that DGF game. I just sent a message, and Wadena Deer Creek leads 2-0 in the matchup with the DGF Rebels. Right now, the Wolverines are up 9-3 in set 3, so they look to be potentially on their way to a sweep there at the brand new gym. It's the first game for the DGF Rebels in their brand new gym, and it looks like the Wolverines might steal one from them there. We'll see if the Rebels can get a set win or not, as they've just taken a 10-3 lead now over the Rebels. And a very quick peek at Perham and Detroit Lakes. Detroit Lakes up 2-0 right now. They lead 13-7 over the Yellow Jackets in set number 3 with a volley in progress. So we will keep you up to date on those two games. And coming up on our post-game show, we'll take a look at some other scores from around the state of Minnesota, get you as many of them as we possibly can. 5-1 right now in favor of Bemidji. Make that 6-1. Oster will get the kill, I believe, and it's 6-1, and it'll be Bolte on the serve. And misfired on the swing, and that'll be another point here for Bemidji. And it's 8-1, or yeah, 7-1, excuse me. Serve is over, and it's gonna be not returned. And that'll be a point for Bemidji, and it's 8-1. That serve is just barely over the tape. Pike sends it back over in 2, and diving for it there, I believe that was Anderson who dived for it, and it was. But now the attack will go into the net, and that'll give the Panthers a serve back. 5 attack errors for Bemidji and only 4 for the Panthers so far. Several plays out of bounds for both teams. I have the Panthers down for sending a total of 9 plays out of bounds, while Bemidji, I have them down for sending 4 plays out of bounds so far in the 2 and 10/25 set of this match so far. Make that 11/25 as it's now 9-1. Tretbar sends it over. And now a 10-foot line attack goes over there by Bolte. Panthers send it back. Bolte makes first contact. It'll be set up there for the middle and an attack. She got it through the blockers and down. Oster will get the kill, and it's 10-1. Check that, 10-2, excuse me. On the attack, out of bounds, 11-2. All right, now this set is in the control of the Bemidji Lumberjacks. As Samantha Nissler, she has an ace in this game. And she'll not serve up an ace that time, but she has an ace and 2 kills and a few other good plays defensively, as we have another touch violation here. And it's now 12-2. And the touch violation for Park Rapids will be touch violation number 5 of the match, as Nissler will serve a hard one over again. Pike will set it up for Tretbar, and that one's going to be a kill for Tretbar. Panthers will get the serve back, and they're within 9 now at 12-3. Tretbar will serve it over and out of bounds. 13-3. Both teams now have 4 service errors in the match, unofficially, unless I missed one. That's possible in set 2 when I was running everything by myself. Tretbar sends it over, down for the kill. Nice play there by Tretbar. I'm trying to see if that's number 8 or 6. It might have been Tori Hansen who got the kill. (13-4), 13-5. Allison Scholes gets that kill. Back to serve is Celine. Pushed over, nice diving dig out. And that one's through the blockers and down, and that is a kill. For Abby Phelps. And now it's 7-13, and the Panthers are starting to chip into that deficit, which at one point was a 12-2. Serve into the net, and it's double up time for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. 14-7. Going back to serve is Potratz. Addie Potratz has an ace in this contest so far today as well. Potratz will dig it out. It'll be set there by Anderson and then sent over, and was it touched? Yes, it was. It was tipped, and that'll be a point for Bemidji. It's 15-7 now. In favor of the Lumberjacks is Potratz will serve once again. Once again, Potratz, Nissler, Rupp, and Pembetron all with aces in this contest for the Lumberjacks. That'll be service error number 5 for Bemidji. Jump serve is over. Anderson will set it up near side, sent over there by Bolte, kept alive by the Panthers. Anderson pushes it over in 2. Now they'll chase after it, and sending over a free ball there was Pike. Anderson with the back set, far side. Did it land inside the line? It did. Elizabeth Bolte with the kill, and it's 16-8. Anderson will go back to serve. With her team leading by 8, now her team leads by 7 on the service error there. Makes it 16-9. And Bemidji has just committed their 6th service error of the game. That serve is over. Potratz makes first contact. Anderson will set it up behind the 10-foot line, sent over by Rupp. Kept alive by the Panthers. Now far side attack, blocked at the net. And they have to get it over on that touch, and they do. It's a free ball. Anderson will set it up, middle of the net attack, down and in, and Bolte gets another kill. (17-9). No, hold off on the serve for a moment here. Once again, we have a little bit of a delay in the action here as the far side official is now chit-chatting once again with the people at the keeping the official score at the scorer's table. And now we go back to action. 17-9 here in the third set with Bemidji leading 2-0, and now will be a serve out of bounds, and it's 17-10. Serve from Pike is over, and it's an ace for Pike. Riley Pike now has 5 aces in this match. Matter of fact, that one's inbounds. Nice kill there. That was, I believe that was Rupp. And it is. It's her 8th kill. 18-11. As the serve comes back to Bemidji. The Park Rapids Panthers have served up 5 aces in this game. All 5 of them by Riley Pike. Won a couple points ago, and then the previous 4 came on 5 serves back in set 2. She got an ace to make it 8 to 12. No, 7 to 12, and then they scored a point to make it 8-12. And then she got aces on points 9, 10, and 11 to make it 11-12 before Bemidji would score again and start to take control of that set. And they ended up winning the set as well. It's now 20-11 on that attack out of bounds. That's the 10th ball sent out of bounds here, according to my numbers unofficially. That serve hits the tape. Pike will set it up to the far side for the attack, and it's blocked at the net. And punched over by Pike. Nicely done there by the Panther. One of the seniors for the team. And some miscommunication there between Portetz and Rupp as they let that one fall to the floor, and it'll be a point for the Panthers. 12-20. At this point, I don't think that's going to hurt them too extensively, but we'll see. Crazier things have happened. And it's sent over there by Oster. And now the Panthers battle back. Nice diving dig there by Portetz. Sent back over on the backside by Oster. It wasn't the conventional kill, but it's a kill nonetheless. 21-12 as Oster will collect kill number 5. That serve is into the net, and I'll make it 21-13. That's service error number 7 now for the Lumberjacks. And that pulls the Panthers within 7. Serve is over. Middle of net, that was tipped as it went over the net, and had it not been tipped, it may have been a point for the Panthers, but instead, Bemidji will collect the point, and I believe that kill goes to Rupp again. And there's an ace serve for Molly Rupp, her 3rd ace serve of the match. That makes it 23-13 as for the 2nd time in set 3. Bemidji has a 10-point lead. Last time they had a 10-point lead, it was 12-2. And the Panthers battled back to make it 7-13 at one point. So they outscored the Lumberjacks 5-1 on that little series there. They get a point here. And that makes it 23-14 as the Panthers get the serve back. Going into serve is Erica Celine. Standing serve from Celine. It's a hard one that goes just over the line, and it's match point. Potraz with 1 ace and out of bounds, and she'll not win it on an ace serve there. And Park Rapids will stay alive for at least one more point. 24-15. Sent over there by Bolte. Out of bounds, and it's another point for the Panthers. 24-16. Jump serve over. First contact there by Potraz. Anderson will set it up, middle of the net. Sent over by Bolte, kept alive by the Panthers. I think that was Tretbar sends it over, and let's double check the jersey number. Yes. can barely see the 8, but it was indeed Trent Barr, and it's 24-17. Trent Barr will send another one over. Anderson will set it up near side here for Bulke. And it's an attacking error, and it'll go to a point to the Panthers. Sent back over, and a chance for Park Rapids to stay in this one. Blocked at the net, kept alive, and now they'll send it into the net, and that'll do it. Your final score in this one, 25-18. And the Lumberjacks will take this in a sweep, 25-21, 25-15, and 25-18. Your final score here from Park Rapids High School tonight here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Let's see here. There we go. That's the button I meant to hit. There'll be no 4th or 5th set tonight. I have some numbers. We'll come back and give you a recap of this one. And then we'll select the player of the game and all that good stuff. We'll get you some score updates from some other volleyball matchups happening tonight in 8AA and other non-8AA volleyball matchups. And whatever's available, we'll pass those along to you, and we'll do that when we return from the break. Your final score, once again, the Lumberjacks sweep 3-0, 25-21, 25-15, and 25-18. And we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
The domestic dog, a relative of the wild wolf, now a gentle, loyal member of your family. And through the good times and the more challenging, we love them no matter what. That's why we feed them the best. Nutrisource is the kind of clean, premium food you'd feed a loyal pet who would follow you to the ends of the earth, even when you don't want them to. Don't just feed your pet, nourish their whole body. Nutrisource, where pet health begins.
Reuter Family Dentistry, with locations in Purim and Wadena, is now hiring. The purpose-driven team at Reuter Family Dentistry strives for the core values of excellence, commitment, and a positive culture.
My favorite thing about being part of Reuter Family Dentistry is just our values and our commitment to each other and to the patients. I know I can leave here every day feeling good about what I've done.
All right, your final score once again from Park Rapids High School. The Lumberjacks from Bemidji take a sweep here tonight, 25-21, 25-15, and 25-18. Another final score. It was just sent to me in a text here. The Detroit Lake Lakers with a sweep over the Purim Yellow Jackets tonight, 25-22, 25-11, and 25-21. The final in that contest. Let's see if we got a final on the DGF one yet. I know that Wadena Deer Creek was leading 2-0, and they were up 10-3, I believe it was, in the third set. No final on that one yet, but I'm guessing that'll be final soon. If we get that before we go off the air, we'll certainly pass that along to you here. We'll go over some other Minnesota volleyball scores coming up here tonight as well, or that were played here, played around the area tonight, I should say. And we'll try and get you, looks like right now Moorhead and Hawley are playing in set number 4. Tied 1-1 in set 4. Hawley took set 1, 25-18. Moorhead took set 2, 25-20. Actually, they're in set 3, and Hawley leads Moorhead 18-17 in set 3 right now. Other action tonight, Frazee, Lake Park, Audubon, that game being played in Frazee. Breckenridge and Wheaton-Herm and Norcross down being played in Breckenridge. Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, and Wadena Deer Creek is the game you can catch on Magnitude. The Perham Detroit Lakes game just went final, so we'll update. That's the only update we have is that Hawley Moorhead game at the moment. No other score updates for Frazee, Lake Park, or Breckenridge, Wheaton-Herm, and Norcross are available, and then the other 3 games are on Magnitude, and we went over those already here. Let's go over some of the individual numbers. I'll start with the Park Rapids St. Panthers. Riley Pike had a great night. So did Chloe Tretbar. Those two combined for 19 of the points scored by the Park Rapids players unofficially. Riley Pike with 5 over 10 points from the service line. Excuse me, I got the hiccups on 5 aces. Shot 4 of those 5 aces on 5 serves back in set 2. She also added on 5 kills. Abby Feltz, I had her down for, let's see here, let's count them up, 5, 6, 7 kills. Natalie Valoria, if I'm saying that, Valoria, excuse me, I had her down for 2 kills. Chloe Tretbar, I had her down for 7 kills and a pair of blocks. Allison Schultz, I had her down for a kill. And Anna Yulanimi, I had her down for a total of 4 kills in the matchup. For the Bemidji Lumberjacks, they were led by Molly Rupp. I had her down for 14 unofficially, 9 kills, 3 aces and a pair of blocks. 1 block solo, 1 on an assist. And then Elizabeth Oster, 7 points, 5 kills and a pair of blocks. Elizabeth Bolte, 5 kills and a block. Jordan Pembertron, 4 kills and an ace. And once again, Molly Rupp, I had her down for 9 kills, 3 aces and 2 blocks. Samantha Nissler, 2 kills and an ace. And Adeline Potratz had a point off an ace as well. That wraps up your unofficial individual scoring. For the team numbers, Park Rapids sent 10 balls out of bounds. The Lumberjacks sent a total of 6 balls out of bounds. Total of 9 attack errors, 5 for the Lumberjacks, 4 for the Panthers. I may have missed one there. These are certainly unofficial numbers. Service error, 4 service errors for the Panthers compared to 6 for the Lumberjacks. Net violations, the Panthers had 3. Lumberjacks only charged with 1. 5 touch violations for the Panthers, and the Lumberjacks were charged with a rotation violation. I think that was back in set 1. If I remember, yeah, it was back in set 1 because that rotation violation made the score 15-13. And then they had an extended break in that first set before we would continue. And I only know that because I wrote it down in my notes on my score-by-score sheet that I have here. So that's a look at your individual and team numbers. We're going to select the honorable mention player of the game for the Park Rapids Panthers, and we'll select the player of the game for the Bemidji Lumberjacks coming up here in just a little bit as well. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll select those players of the games. We'll take a look at what's ahead for these two teams and then wrap up our broadcast here momentarily on the Magnitude Sports Network. Once again, your final score, 3-0 in favor of Bemidji, 25-21, 25-15, and 25-18 here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Be back with the final segment of your post-game show right after this.
Ruder Family Dentistry, with locations in Perham and Wadena.
So my first visit here was very different than any other dental experience that I've really ever had. The first, coming in the first door was the front office staff. They were very welcoming. And then Ryan kind of gave a tour of the facility, which I thought was something really kind of exceptional. Really liked how he showed the dentist's credentials in the hallway, and really talked about how important continuing education is to their providers.
Sweet chaos. Delightfully disruptive.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby?
Wally Wibbly.
Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wobbaby?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good.
It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
The domestic dog, a relative of the wild wolf, now a gentle, loyal member of your family. And through the good times and the more challenging, we love them no matter what. That's why we feed them the best. Nutrisource is the kind of clean, premium food you'd feed a loyal pet who would follow you to the ends of the earth, even when you don't want them to. Don't just feed your pet, nourish their whole body. Nutrisource, where pet health begins.
All right, that's about going to do it for our broadcast here. We'll select a player of the game for the game today, and we'll also take a look at what's ahead, and then we'll wrap up our broadcast. We'll take one more peek at the other games being played and see if we can't get you some more finals or not. So, but before we do that, honorable mention will go to Riley Pike. She had a phenomenal night, including those 5 aces from the service line for Park Rapids. So she'll be the honorable mention for Park Rapids. And then your player of the game is easily going to Molly Rupp. She had a fantastic game, especially in those early sets to really set the tone moving forward here for Bemidji. I had her down for 9 kills, 3 aces, and 2 blocks. She had 3 of the team's 6 aces and a total of 14 points unofficially scored for the sophomore Molly Rupp. And she'll be our player of the game here from the Bemidji Lumberjacks. So with the win today, the Lumberjacks moved to 1-1 on the season. Their next game will be on the road at Thief River Falls on September 8th, and then they will come home on they'll have a home game, I should say, on September 13th against the Dilworth Glendon Felton Rebels. And that'll be part of a 3-game home stretch as they start the season 3 games on the road, then they get 3 at home against DGF, Moorhead on the 15th of September, and Buffalo on the 20th. Then they go on the road for 3 at Grand Rapids, at Moorhead, at St. Cloud Tech on the 20th, on the 22nd, 27th of September, and October 1st. And then they're at home on October 4th against the Roseville Rams as they'll almost finish out the regular season at home. October 11th at home versus Brainerd. October 13th at home versus Detroit Lakes. And October 15th at home versus Sartell St. Stephen. And then they finish up the regular season on the road on Tuesday, October 18th at Duluth East. And that will be the regular season schedule for the Bemidji Lumberjackets, who are now 1-1 on the season. The Park Rapids Panthers dropped to 1-2 on the season with the loss tonight. And their next game will be here at home on Thursday on September 8th. We'll know Wednesday by 12 noon if we'll have that game for you here on Magnitude Sports. Tuesday, September 13th, they'll be on the road at Sabika, and then they come back home against Pequot Lakes on the 15th. They go on the road at Perham, a game we'll have for you on Magnitude Sports on September 20th. So Park Rapids fans, circle September 20th. That game can be watched live on Magnitude Sports. Then they go September 22nd. They stay on the road. That Perham game starts a 4-game road stretch as they go on the road to Perham on the 20th, Staples Motley on the 22nd, Thief Rivers Falls on the 27th, and Attican on the 29th. And then they will wrap up September and kick off October at home against Crosby Ironton, and that October 6th matchup is a game that you can watch right here on Magnitude Sports, so circle October 6th. And then they'll be at Wadena Deer Creek on October 10th. They'll be home at Barnesville on October 11th, and that'll be another game you can watch here on Magnitude Sports. And Monday, October 17th, they'll be on the road at East Grand Forks to finish the regular season. So Park Rapids fans, circle, let's see here. Let me look at it again. September 20th, on the road at Perham. October 6th, home versus Crosby Ironton. And October 11th, home versus Barnesville. Circle those 3 dates. September 20th, October 6th, and October 11th. And put a question mark by September 8th. As I think we'll have that game, but not 100% sure here on Magnitude Sports. Of course, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and not miss any of the action, as you'll get mobile and or email alerts depending on what you choose when you agree to subscribe. So let's hit refresh, take one more final look at some other scores. Once again, Detroit Lake sweeps Perham 25-22, 25-11, 25-21. Bemidji over Park Rapids area 3-0, 25-21, 25-15, 25-18, as you see on your screen there. And Moorhead is up 2-1 over Hawley. Hawley won the first set 25-18. Moorhead won sets 2 and 3 by the same scores of 25-20 and 25-20. Right now, the two teams are tied at 3 in set number 4 between Moorhead and Hawley, with Moorhead leading the match 2-1. Upcoming games on Thursday night, Barnesville will take on Hawley in Hawley. Perham will host Frazee. The Dilworth Linden Felton Rebels will host Pelican Rapids. Wadena Deer Creek will host Sabika. Park Rapids will host Detroit Lakes on Thursday. Breckenridge will host Lake Park Audubon, and Fergus Falls will host Sartell St. Stephen. And that's games that are all coming up on Thursday. We'll keep our eyes on that game. Once again, we'll have the Perham Frazee game. We'll have the DGF Pelican Rapids game, and we'll know by tomorrow at noon if we'll have the Park Rapids Detroit Lakes game, and then we'll get you score updates from those other games that I mentioned coming up on Thursday night as well. There's your final score one more time for Janice on camera. My name is Mike Mason. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, with maybe the only thing that you didn't enjoy was maybe the final numbers on the scoreboard, but outside of that, we hope that you enjoyed the broadcast and that you're cheering on your team and had an entertaining time here tonight. We're going to close it up, pack up, get out of here, and we'll quite possibly talk to you Thursday here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.